seconds, and I will let you know. So we can start recording.
Денис, а кнопки перевода-то нету.
Yeah. And now we start translation mode. Yeah, we are live.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Let's tune in like usual, so we keep our spine straight and align our spirit together, connect heaven and earth through our spine. Open your heart so you can hear from your heart. And we open our capacity to listen beyond the words, what it really resonate and mean for me personally. So let's inhale, open the space. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Ad Gure Namah, Jugad Gure Namah, Sad Gure Namah, Sri Gurudeve Namah. Ad Gure Namah, Jugad Gure Namah, Sad Gure Namah, Sri Gurudeve Namah. Ad Gure Namah, Jugad Gure Namah, Sad Gure Namah, Sri Gurudeve Namah. So, Happy New Year to everybody. Still time. This is a sort of a first KARTA time of the year, and we do it by the end of the month. So many people have already talked about what's going on this year. So it will be both for the months to come. I spoke last month for now, January, but I will open the whole year and even the next 3 years, because it's a big jump we're going through. And we'll see more precisely where to start. So in 2012, we were told, this is according to the Mayan prophecy, that a big cycle of 12,000 years was ending, and it was the end of a world, but it is just the end of that humanity. So what it means is we are entering a new cycle, a long cycle of 12,000 years. I mean, we can look at cycles in many, many dimensions, but this is a very meaningful one. And it's for long term. So the change we are going through and that initiated last year, and it's now we are really entering practically, is a year of very pragmatic. So we will see the change in front of our eyes. This is gonna go like this for another 3 years. And this is the natural transition. We are changing everything. It's going to be a total new planet. So if the planet was for the last 12,000 years following a special spirit for the whole humanity, this has totally dried out, emptied itself, and leave the room for new influences. We are moving into a new frequency in our solar system, in the galaxy, but it is intergalactic. So I think what we are perceiving today is impact of this rain of information and energy that are now reaching the earth, and it will affect the five kingdoms. I think 2020, if we go according to that numerology, the 21 is like a 3, the 2 digits. So it's meaningful for this year, partly, but it means that it is going to be pragmatic changes. We're going to reshape our reality. It is happening not only from the human action in general, but from this change of frequency on the planet. So animals will change, and their change will accelerate, the vegetals as well, all the different realms. And human beings have been totally touched by that change of frequency. And we have seen it December until now. It is absolutely intense and fast. So we've got to catch up with this. We've got to be in this flow of manifesting the spirit in a new shape. So reshaping means that's what I started with myself. I start to reshape my body. I had excellent weight. I had not enough tonus in my muscles. And the cure I did last November, December have helped me a lot to come into this place where I am today with a body that is much lighter, where I can rely on my muscles and I can start moving myself. So we were speaking yesterday about INS Business new course we want to launch beginning of February. And this was one of the rules of success, is about movement. And now we are in the heart of a total movement toward transition, toward total change. So if you are static at this time, you're not going to pick up the jazz. Yeah, you're not going to pick up the stream. So it's a river that is pushing us now, and we need to enter that flow. And the paradox is that all circumstances outside wants to confine you, to keep you stuck in a small place. So it's an absolute paradox that how can you move your spirit even though physically you look to be limited? I mean, we're not traveling like before. We're not taking aeroplane like crazy like before. And the movement, even with our cars, are getting less and less. And it's also in the collective subconscious that we don't feel so inclined to run away. We need to be concentrated, to be focused. We all feel that. And if we move, it is to move toward a place where I can be inspired, a place where I can expand, where I can meet with people who are alike, that will inspire your move. So the movement is in your psychic, in our collective psychic, and is a shift of center of identity, as I said before, but now is how your true identity correlate to your mind. And this is a key factor for this 2021. We will face a confusion of how we use the lower mind and how we plug into the higher mind. What we in our Kundalini yoga we call it the Buddhi mind is a space of directly connect to the space, we call it the Akash, where all information are totally there since ever, forever. is like the root cause of any truth that manifests is memorized in the Akash records. And we have the capacity through our pituitary and pineal glands to connect to these Akash records and to be informed, to be guided, to be inspired. From the Akash record, we can download what we call Shambhala vision in some tradition. We can call it more pragmatically divine dream. The divine dream is like the vision of how the highest consciousness of the universe wanted this planet to be in peace and harmony, where the 5 realms and 5 elements in any level of manifestation would live in a circular motion. We call it the law of 5 elements, and maybe you have studied this. We find it in Ayurveda or in Chinese medicine. It's the foundation diagram of the life movement. And if you see 2021 is a 3, but it's also a 5. If you totalize the whole year, you've got a 5. So 5 is both the essence of life, but is also the process of death, because it's a learning process of the dynamic of life, and it will run through the door of death and life. So this is our constant incarnation, coming and going, and it has this inclusive factor of death. So this time is a time to let dying things that are obsolete. We had attachment to images, to codes. I talked about that already a long time last year. But this year, you don't have 1 second to hold on old pictures. It is happening on the spot. And when the synchronicity hits you with opportunities and choices, it's a time to approach it not from the lower mind. And this is the confusion, because the ray 3 is predominant, and you want to solve things. You feel the urge and you want to solve it immediately in the matter. But the shaping process takes a little time. So what you need first is absolutely be focused on the higher mind and connect with your higher purpose. Your purpose is very simple. In these 12,000 years we passed through, we were learning through the time. And we invented the clock, and we ruled the whole planet from Greenwich meridian clock reference, and the whole planet is rolling around this clock. We are moving in the era of Aquarius, where clock is gonna disappear. This notion of time is absolutely obsolete and useless. We're gonna enter a timeless space. That means if you connect to your consciousness frequency is timeless, then you face the time beyond time. You understand what I'm saying? If you correlate to pragmatism linked to your age or any issue of deadline, you are dead by the line. It's very simple. When you limit your deadline, you're going to die at that line, because today we need to be beyond. We need to exist beyond existence. We need to totally correlate to your faculty to be timeless. And that quality is love. And love applied. So this is, we never been educated in that direction. Nobody is teaching you. And the example we have from our ancient people, or the last Mohican who are holding the planet with power and executive forces, they are becoming absolutely obsolete, and they demonstrate the aberration of the mismanagement of time and confusion of logic. So they bite their tongue every 2 other day, and their demonstration of logic is absurd. So I guess by now, I mean, 3/4 of the population on this planet has realized we are misleaded. And it is not the fault of the people in charge because they can't think differently. So we are confined, we are limited in space, and we have all the time to reflect and to become conscious human being. So all these conditions are not against us, they are for us. We need an intense practice of meditation, and we need to totally change our frequency. So my advice is do like me, eat much less. You have to start by that. This year, your body has to eliminate the ama. You have to have the pipe completely clean and open. And we need to be able to accelerate the frequencies through our pipes, which means meridian, nadis, and all networks of the 7 bodies. They have to be fresh, they have to be open and ready to be activated. And this happens when you are sattvic. That's how we call it in yoga. That means very light. You need to be very light to carry the light. It's very simple. If you have heavy emotion, you will focus on your heavy emotion. If you have a heavy body, heavy energy, and being despair, depressed, and anything, you're going to focus on that. You're going to be totally locked down yourself with your potential. So this, and then you're going to use your pragmatic mind, the executive, the what we call it functional mind, plus minus, what can I do, prioritize, action plan, blah, blah, blah. And you go to hell, very simply, because this is not a time to react to this time. It is not a time to react. It's a time to focus, to calm down into stillness, into calmness, into peace, and expand your capacity of love just by being in love, not by projecting or by dreaming. When I talk about manifesting Chambala vision, which is divine dream, it is not for the dreamer. It is for people who have guts, courage, bravery to take maximum risk and without fighting. We don't have, it's only kindness in action that will manifest the new world. Kindness is required. So it is not a time to go in the street. It is not a time to put yourself in conflictual situation. There is no conflict is an illusion. If people do not agree, or if you lose the sense of oneness with somebody, catch back, because nevertheless we are one anyway. So there must be a way to look at that relationship where oneness is kept and safe. You can't go to separation, you can't go to break out, you can't go to a vision of duality about relationship. This is essential that this year you maintain against winds and time the sense of oneness. We are one. That is not a goal. This is where we come from. And when you are in the proxy relationship with people in your surrounding, practice this oneness. When you see duality, when you see conflict, when you feel chaos and disharmony, just take the time, give it a space to that situation, and look from another perspective. What is best interest for each one? If you are true to your true self, if you are honest and direct, you don't have to act against anybody. You need to act to honor who you really are with what comes to you, which might not be what comes to another one. And that might mean that you may have parallel paths, not necessarily the path you knew until now. So there is no separation, there is reorganization of positionment of each one of us. Each one of us is needed to manifest in your true purpose, in your true essence, who you really are as a timeless human being. And more you will concentrate that level of consciousness through your physical appearance, but where you move yourself, that will impact the environment instead of you being impacted by the environment who is losing ground. So you need to be a vector of transferring that frequency of unisonness, oneness, kindness, and empathy. And this is a must, absolutely, for yourself and for the circle you are impacting, your circle of influence. The people you influence can be your parents, your children, your friend, your student. There are many, your colleague at your job. You impact everyone with your frequency. And today it is immediate. The response of the environment is immediate on the way you expand your frequency, the way you radiate your frequency. So to manifest a reshaping process on this planet, it requires that a maximum of individual will now vibrate in this new frequency of authenticity and timeless consciousness. That means you are not afraid of tomorrow because the focus is on the now. And you invest in the now, your kindness, your focus, your intensity of intention, the willpower that you drain from the inspiration of your higher mind. So that's why we used to say already 40 years ago, it will be a time on this planet you cannot survive without meditation. Time is now. This year, you must meditate and not be confused between your functional mind and your higher mind. You need to source yourself from your higher mind, the perception from your third eye consciousness, beyond time, beyond yes and no, beyond confusion, conflict, and duality. You can see what has to be for you. So that's the other extremely important aspect for this year is you are concerned, you yourself. It is not a problem of collective. It is not a problem of politics or economics. It's a problem of you. You need to re-empower yourself and position yourself and manifest yourself in this world, in the environment as it is, but not trying to cope with this environment, but maintain your status and your values. This is absolutely essential if you want to cross this time to with the honor and the grace that is required. Otherwise, you're going to be taken by the circumstances. And this, I can only pray for you if you go there. So it's quite dramatic. It's quite radical. It is the 100%. It's not a little bit. And if you feel confused and you feel, I don't know how to meditate, I learn, I repeat, har, blah, blah, blah. This is not, meditation is to look face to face with yourself and discriminate what is the true self in that thing, what is the one who is lacking. I was talking yesterday, the second principle of prosperity and abundance and success is we all indulge in a black hole where all our energy is drained out. And what is this black hole? Is our consciousness of lacking. In this world today, many people lose their job, many people lose hope, many people lose the integrity of their family, they are dysfunctional, etc., etc. And the reaction to that is, I'm lacking something desperately. I'm lacking harmony, I'm lacking joy, I'm lacking love, I'm lacking money, I'm lacking job, I'm lacking creativity, I'm lacking enormous amount of things that I may lack. Yeah, missed. I don't have access to that. It doesn't come to me. Yeah. So if your focus is on that, all your energy trying to compensate this lack is going to be drained. And this is a lost battle. Do not believe in your black hole. Do not give an inch, one penny of energy into that, because it is lost. It's a wrong investment. Invest, at contrary, invest in the fullness of being. You understand the shift from doing. We are a year of doing. Ray 3 is do. But read the Bhagavad Gita is a very, very good reference. Is thousands of years old and it's still accurate. It can guide you on how to position yourself for the right action today. This year, you need to move into action. That's the move. Not to be passive and watching, but move into action. Take decision. Step in your life and move in the direction of your timeless dream. It is courageous to undertake a journey in a world that doesn't exist, that you cannot figure out, you don't need to imagine, but that is standing on values you want to serve, and you bring forward the shaping process for this value. So they will incarnate through new enterprise, through new creation. So you may move house, you may move region, you even may move country, who knows what. You need to move. It's a time to move. And by starting the move, not in reaction, but in procreation, you want to move to reach the world you choose. You want to manifest the condition where you're going to live according to your values that are your priority and that are timeless. Do you understand? This is the higher mind. You catch up what is the source in your higher mind and connection to this Akashic. What is the value I want to prioritize? This planet is collapsing in every level. There is nothing functioning anymore. And the bacteria and viruses, they're going to duplicate. So don't try to escape this corona, because in the next 3 years, there will be 10 corona. So what's the point? The point is you need to be in healthy condition so you can absorb and transform and live with the viruses like we did for hundreds of thousands of years. But today we need to upgrade our health. And what did we do? We totally undermine our health. We are in the most advanced countries where people are suffering from malnutrition. Is it possible? We overeat stupid things, that frozen, distorted, totally corrupt food. Food is your first medicine. That's how you help your body to heal, because you want to create within yourself, manufacture your own medicine. So there is no tablet that can change that. If you do not care for this basic principle, I am the one who create my own inner medicine. I am responsible for my health. And this is you. This is not the doctor. This is not the order of medicine. You don't need that unless you really beyond. If your karmic condition is so extreme that you might need support from the outside. But if you anticipate, wake up and decide to get away from this cultural habit of malbouffe, eating wrong stuff, corrupt stuff, frozen stuff, and go for eating live food and minimum, you're going to start finding the resources in your body and awakening resources that you don't even know that your glandular system can be activated, digest this virus, and go through it with ease and grace. There are many thousands of people who've got the virus. They're still super in shape today. they had this period of time going through, and we need to adapt our species to adapt to a new context. This planet is moving. There will be other factors that are going to change and reshape our physical body. You need to anticipate. You need to take care of your health and have this amazing new rhythm of life where you prioritize moving, sport, breath, moving, yoga, and breathing and eating right things. So this is a must today. Today is not an option. It's not a little bit of that, a little bit of this. Today, if you want to survive, you've got to take care of your health, number one. And this, nobody, no institution can guarantee you that a doctor will come and save your skin. This is not going to happen. All the prefabricated order like justice, medicine, or politics and economics, they fall apart. All these institutions are going to fall apart by themselves. Don't count on them. There is no them anymore. Who is on this planet is you and only you. And each one of you moving into the true you will make a total humanity new. A new you, and the new humanity go through you. You are responsible. Today is not even an option. You cannot say, yes, I belong to this, I belong to that, I'm covered. You are not covered. Your money will not cover you. Forget it. So what can cover you is your consciousness. So this is a year to invest in your consciousness, invest it in your capacity to open your heart, but not romantically. I'm talking the true heart, which is really the tolerance, the listening, the accepting the difference between each other, and understand that if we are rich from our differences, we can benefit from our differences. Instead of going to conflict, we can complement, we can attract what we miss as a people with new skills, new capacity, new way to see things, and the leveling of the humanity or human beings through ages is also young people, middle age people, 40s and 50s and 60s and all that. We need to work together. There is nobody to exclude. The youth need the old, and the old need the youth. You have to understand, some people worry about the children being with this masquerade in school and education, and how they're going to be educated, how they're going to be miseducated by this imprint of going through 3 years of being with the mask. These kids, they already know. They are ready to live without mask, but we are in a transition. This is not going to affect them. Their consciousness is totally ready for the time that comes. They are our future. They are coming on this planet because they hold the solution. They are even more advanced than any adult. So what we have to do is give them a place of reverence and respect, and honor them, and listen to them, because they have an approach, they have a logic that we don't have if we are like white hair like me. So if you are wise, you're going to listen to the young generation, and they will listen to your experience, and together we're going to move into something that makes sense. So it is not the time to conflict of generation anymore. There is not the advance and the late. This is in any age. You have young people, they are obsolete, they are attached to the past, they cannot let go, and they are just reacting. And you have old people in the same case, and you have people of any age who are touched by this new revelation, by the new frequency, and they start to reorient their life and their choices, and they don't understand how, but they move. So this is my advice. Start moving yourself in the direction of meeting who you really are based on timeless identity. I repeat it because it's so important. And I know timeless for you might be confusing. What does it mean by this? But sit a minute and ask yourself, how can I invest myself and serve values in me that I can see for me and for the world that are beyond time. This is the same idea of the permaculture. Is this, how can we move into that movement like the river? The river, the spring, you cannot stop the tap. You cannot close the river. The river is flowing for thousands of years. And where does she go? Right to the ocean. So is there anybody to stop that? Nobody can do. So this is the flow of life. The flow of life, we have lost it. We thought we are in control with nature. We thought we control the element. We thought we control our health. We control our security. And today we are facing a time where there is no control that stand. There's never been as insecurity as we have today, even though the borders are closed, but it can change in a minute. We have no security about economy. We have no security about our health, so our future, and no security about education. So we are completely lost in references. So this is the time to create your own references. And the second, so if you are you honor who you really are with kindness, with grace, with courage, then you're going to attract people who have made the similar choices. This is the law of resonance. We will attract each other and we will go toward each other without even knowing where we go and who do we meet. So it is not, again, because I know you or my network of my friends, la la la. It might change completely. Let or be open to new relationship where we meet the people who are supposed to meet with you from this Akashic organization, that the field, this matrix, is activated in a way that if you put yourself in the move, this matrix will lead you to the right place and to meet the right people. So by the end of this year and the next 2 years coming, we're going to regroup ourselves in circle. And that's the second very important aspect of the change is based on you by yourself alone and how you're going to move yourself to meet with a circle of other people. And it's going to start churning. It's like a spiral that starts like Fibonacci. At the beginning, it's very slow. You meet one person, two person, 3 person, 5 person, 8 person, and bam, bam, bam. And slowly, we're going to meet in a congregation of amazing soul who meet for the same purpose, for the same vision, for the same dream, with a sort of a harmonic resonance. We're going to create bubbles, spheres of people who are absolutely solidar. And that's why you are all online today, is we are an amazing family all over the planet. And we know just by the way we practice, by our spirit and how we invest ourselves in life, we are connected every morning. We wake up by our love. We practice, we breathe, we honor the life every day. And we are finishing our day with gratitude for everything. Gratitude for the challenge we got and gratitude for the blessing we got. That's our lifestyle. And we all connected and we create an amazing network all over the planet. And time is to recognize that connection, to nourish it consciously. And when you move yourself, you will meet with the people alike. So this process will take these 3 years, where the top-down organization structure of society will crumble down, and the down-up, that means you and how you meet with people alike, how you're going to govern yourself, how you're going to cover your health, your education, your security, this will fall onto your hand. You will not be able to say they protect us, they organize. This is finished. This time will be over. So we'll need to join, and the security will be because of the density of your presence of your loyalty and your kindness. We are going into a world where people respect each other, want to support each other, and when competition will dissolve, the exploitation of men by men will stop. 3 years, maybe not that much it will take before this is going to fall apart. But this year, it's very intense, and I think it will come 1 month after the other, unexpected situation where things we thought they were rock solid will just fall apart in front of our eyes in an unpredictable way. So it's not the point to say, what can I do? Should I change my money for gold and la la la? Anyway, we're all going to be in the same bath, and the currency of today will disappear because the value of this money is completely based on a corrupt world of relationship between human beings that are not honorable for the new world. So it will disappear. There will be probably Bitcoin money, based on we're going in the age of Aquarius where technology is going to develop crazy fast. So, but it will not be against consciousness. We can use the technology to our service for our best interest, for recycling things and renewing energy instead of exploiting the nature as we did and exploiting each other. So we are at the morning of a radical change of mentality, change of way of living, change of managing our days, change of managing our relationship. And unconditional love is pointing at the horizon. This is a very tough experience, unconditional love. Everybody dream about that, but we are far from being able to incarnate that level. It was like Christ consciousness is about totally surrendering to the oneness of all and abandon the judgment and the comparison and be able to correlate to everyone in a very equanimous way, that we all, absolutely all equal in terms of life. So our life are just the same value, that you can be a president of blah 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 or just moving the 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 garbage. It's necessary for everyone, that everyone has his place and is here to evolve and grow, and we can grow from each other, and we need each other, we need everyone. So the reorganization of our society is going to be enormous, and everyone will need to join like a cluster, a group of people, and more eclectic they are, more richness they will have. So I think it's an amazing change that we go through, and you don't need to imagine how it could be. You don't need to force in it and create images from your imagination, but rather prepare yourself to welcome the change, because it's coming to us from the cosmos. It's much bigger than anyone can control, and we need to abandon the idea that we are in control. We are not in charge, and we are not in control. We're just responsible of the quality we give to ourselves, so we can share that quality with others. This is a very big step. Before, we're relying on our social organization to give a quality of living that we would say is more equitable, and then the poor will be balanced and the rich will give this and that and da. This is over. Today it is really without any pity, that it is sharp and cutting, that each human being can raise to a status of being a responsible human being. That's the ascension, and that's where come the five, the 2021 total five is a 5D. So the yo-yo we are doing through these years now and starting now is, if you accelerate your frequency, you elevate your frequency, and you move your energy, what's going to happen? You're gonna enter this vortex of the 5D beyond time, and your consciousness will connect telepathically with so many other people who are flying in that 5D. And then you come down in the 3D and you bring this inspiration down in the 3D. And this is something new we need to learn. When you are in the 5D, usually you just want to fly and stay there. And when in the 3D, you're concerned by solution, problem, solution, problem, solution, problem. This is not the way it's going to work. Now, you're going to go in the 5D, find the dream and the vision, come down in the 3D, and not trying to solve problem, but bring solution. So it's a totally new attitude. We don't want to fix what doesn't work. We want to initiate what will work in the new consciousness. So that's a guideline for you. If you are an entrepreneur, if you want to create something, do not try to fix the old system. Do not try to fix old company or anything, because they will go with the flow. But start to invest in the new consciousness and initiate creation from co-creation in the new paradigm. So that will work, because new energy are supporting the initiatives of new investment for creating a planet with respect, harmony, and support, and mutual support. So if you want to fix the past, there is no way. It's impossible. So this is another direction, how to fly from 5th dimension to 3 dimension, and constantly do this every day and have that flexibility, not to be attached to manifest in the 3D and be successful in life and only focus on that, without understanding that we are multidimensional. We come from the 5D and beyond, and this is now what rules the planet, so not the 3D. We are out of that frame. So if you look at the flower of life, this diagram, you need to be just outside, have the vision, and look into this flower of life and manifest an harmonious diagram. That's a symbol of what could be your life today. We are here to play. We are being invited to enter this planet to play the game. We call it Lila in yoga. And look what we did. We are so deadly serious that we generate drama all over the place. There is a way to playfully, playfulness, apply that in your daily life. Be relaxed about what has to happen. Focus on the love and kindness and empathy, and see how it solves any sort of conflictual energy, any sort of anxiety and anticipating and negative anticipation, because there will not be any negative future. There will be people leaving this planet, and this is the way it is. I'm not saying I'm not aware. There are people dying in the process, and we all know, but they die from the decision they have made subconsciously that I am not for the new world. I have done in this body that is getting not adequate for the new human being, and rather leave this planet now, because I will not be able to cope with this new life. And all the people who are dying at this moment are people. There's acceleration of this process where people are leaving the planet because they're just not adapted to go with what is required to move in the new. But if you want to be part of the new, you qualify yourself every day, and you take yourself in hand, and you bring your body into that amazing frequency of the 5D beyond time. And you have to do this every day. That's your sadhana. We didn't talk about sadhana to be fit, to be having good muscles and all that. We told sadhana because you need to move in the 5D every day, and to start the day with that. And then maintain yourself every time you feel caught in this black hole where I need a solution, I'm lost, No, there is no problem. There is only solution. So move from another altitude, and you're going to see that what tried to convince you that this is a problem actually is a nonsense. And this is where confusion comes. It looks like there are millions of problems popping up every day because these problems want to catch up your consciousness, your attention, your focus, your energy. If you get caught in that, you are lost with your energy. We are not here to mismanage what the problems are, because the problem, there will be many more this year coming, many more. So don't focus on problem, focus on solution. Be the solution. Invest in the solution. You are the solution, that they're not going to come from somewhere else. We are the one who are going to make the solution if you focus on solution and abandon trying to solve problem. So it is hard. I know for many of you, you're in different position. I know we're talking, maybe here are doctors and all kind of people who are frontline with this reality, who try to convince you it is real, which is not. It's the total hallucination. And there is a solution that come out of that attraction to solve problem. You understand? We are the solution. We are not the problem. Everything evolves, and it evolves in a challenging way, but we are equipped. We have all what we need to go through this challenge. If your glands are good, your nervous system is good, if your mind is in meditative stage where you can keep cool and keep the stillness, you keep your heart open in terms of consciousness, then you will embrace the reality as it is, not trying to change it, but bring your contribution to make it evolve from that timeless consciousness. So I think I said it. Focus on you, the true you. This is number one priority. Now, connect and open up to circular management. No pyramids anymore. There is no the top boss and the executive and la la la. This is gone, because executive people go with the executive mind that goes with functional mind. So this is a 3D. There is no solution in the 3D. There is only problem. So solutions are being in the 5D. You don't need to be executive. We will make it together. This is a group consciousness where all together with consensus, we're going to solve the problem. There are other ways to manage our organization as human beings when you consider each one being responsible. So we're going to move paradigm where each one will empower himself in relationship to circle management, horizontal management. That's where we are going. And you need to discuss any sense of manifestation, creation with 2 or 3 other people at least. When you want to change your own orbit, when you want to move, just open up, trust other people, wisdom. We all have access to wisdom, especially those who are outside of you, who are friendly, who are, I would say, altruistic enough to give you their sincere advice from what they see. And in our workshop and training, we see this every day in our mentoring groups, that people feeling that they are not qualified yet, but they sit in a circle and they send back to each other so many mirrors that just by sharing who they are, it inspires the others, and we can learn from each other, which is a new way to learn. We learn from the experience of each other. You don't need to redo 100 times the experience. By listening, accepting, and welcoming totally, by empathy, the experience of others, you can learn for yourself. This is possible today. It was not possible in the past. Today, it is possible. We can save time and struggle and pain by listening to each other's mistakes and learn from ourselves to avoid to invest ourselves where we don't have any interest for our ascension and elevation. So we can support each other, and we need to listen what we want together. So first you want yourself according to your timeless consciousness, then we want as a we. And we're going to move in this I, we. The connection, this bridge between I and we is becoming absolutely critical today. It can only happen if the I is fully responsible. the I is fully self-honoring and self-empowering. At that moment, I and I become we, and it resonates and increase the frequency. We call this ethical relationship. That when you are standing completely in integrity with your true self and you meet somebody doing the same, you're not hooking on each other and you're not expecting the other one to compensate something that you didn't have. But contrary, two person whole and full meet and resonate will amplify the vortex of energy that each one is carrying. So this is a plus. We're going to be human being producing energy instead of draining energy from each other. Do you understand? The age of exploitation is gone. We're going to boost each other and bring energy on this planet because we are producer of energy from our heart, and we forgot that. So we are hanging and be beggars and asking who's going to help me. Nobody will help you today. Nobody, no institution, no group, no country, no politics, no government can help anybody today if you do not start to help yourself. So this is completely critical. 2021, I will help myself. I will hang myself up. I will move myself. I will respect myself. I will grow myself, and I will grow energy to inspire, support, and share with others. Do you understand that? You are a bomb of life energy. You are a bomb of love. And that's what you want to propagate. So, but you need to awaken that. You need to activate that. And the only one who can do it is you. So that, I think I've said it enough now. So this is for me around the clock of this year, that we will go through amazing temptation to believe in chaos. We will have many unexpected change happening and falling apart things and all that. It doesn't matter. You can go with your consciousness through this time, stable, still, in peace, and bringing energy not in the system, but in life. And this will attract people who can benefit from this. And together, we're going to boost this amazing vortex of positive energy that will be a foundation for the new humanity. So we are in transition. We need to become the new man, and we need to change our constitution. Physically, it starts by this. Raise your frequency. Emotionally, we need to stabilize, and mentally, we need to focus and be very clear. So this is not impossible. It needs an investment. Now you know the direction. Now you have heard these words. I hope they touch your heart, your emotion, and your spirit. So you're going to move yourself, get out of inertia, and start to work with yourself. That's the first focus. And things will take you to the right place at the right time. Remember, Baraka is part of the matrix. This is the network where we meet the right people in the right place, the right situation in the right time. So actually, there is no time. This is the only time for positive coincidence. They're going to boost you, bring you your best capital, your best frequency and capacities and skills to match with others who are just needing what you are offering. So this is not a business plan. You cannot plan it from intellect. You cannot go in this solution plus minus and comparison and judgment evaluation. You cannot go there. You need to rehabilitate your intuition. You need to take the risk to move yourself on a vortex that you cannot predict, and welcome the meeting with who comes across your way for the best interest of all. So this is magic. Is a time of total magic, not in a mystical way. Is that we are becoming again aware that there is so many opportunity that are orderly created. We will meet, we will create by absolute resonance and harmony, or harmonic resonance. So I think it's an exciting moment for everyone, and it all depends on your choice. Companionship, empathy, and kindness, that's the priority. So I wish you find the energy, the awareness, the strength, the bravery, the courage to invest yourself in the trust of life, in the trust of the universe, in the trust of this universal wisdom that guides us nowadays, because this virus is not a mistake and we don't need to fight it. We just need to go through it and change our way to consider health, so we'll be healthy people among the virus, as we have been for thousands and thousands of years. It's just new, new format that will help our species to evolve. We need more healthy people. This can only happen if you take care of yourself, of this physical body. Okay, I will share with you a short Kriya Pranayama so you can help yourself to really open your heart consciousness, stabilize your mind, strengthen your nervous system, and be ready to face and go across this year. So this is for the first month, is pranayama kriya, like we do every Karta time. So I think you're going to be ready now to do some practice. Here we go. The first practice is you're sitting, easy pose, and you put your arms like a U shape on the side, and you're going to bow down with the hands staying on the side of your head, so it is all moving from the torso, from the on your bum, all the way down. You bow down and you go up. You exhale through the nose, and at that moment you ask for thy will, the will of the source of universe, bend you and inspire you and guide your life. And then you inhale up through the mouth, and this is my will be according to thy will. May thy will be, may my will be thy will. Right? Exhale nose, inhale mouth. So it's a strong inhale and exhale now. You go all the way down, bring your forehead to the ground, and keep the arms with the head, along the head, together, bowing down and inhaling with the mouth, and arms and head together at the same time. So you can squeeze Mula Bandha the moment you go up again, because it will help your lower back. And it's like an amazing, like be astonished, be so amazed by impossible is possible in both ways. Impossible that is challenging, but impossible that is beyond joy, that is beyond any expectation, that bring solution to you that you could not think of. So are we going to go there for 7 minutes? So we're not going to do it 7 minutes tonight. I just wanted to show you the practice, and you can start after that or tomorrow. First posture. Rhythmically, you move into a stance, so it is like a motion, yeah? Because I say put yourself in motion. So that will be a nice motion that there is no inhale, exhale. You don't stop anywhere. It's not like and stay, no, it's as soon as you exhale, you inhale. As soon as you inhale, you exhale, and you keep going in the move. So that's our first practice. It's an amazing breath where it expand your heart and your lungs capacity, and your emotional body will be balanced. And you exhale, letting go. Then the second is with a mantra, and it is this Shiva Mudra. I think we've done this. You lock the thumbs of the left palm and the fingers around. So it's like you put the thumbs inside, but you put it vertical. And then the right palm with envelope, with wrap the left wrist, and very tight. You keep it tight, and you lock the elbows against your thighs. So the elbows are locked in, and the thumbs of the left hand is locked in the fingers, and the right palm with the right thumbs cross over. So you are totally like holding a horse that is running gallop and triple gallop. So you hold yourself, yeah? It's like you're sitting on the on Kundalini snake that is awakening, yeah? And you go inhale, exhale fully, and from the empty lungs, we go with the Hariyar, 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 Hariyar. And it's a non-stop Hariyar pushing the navel down with no air. Just the air you need to pronounce Hariyar. So lungs are empty, everything empty. It works on Apana. We eliminate, eliminate, eliminate. Let die everything that needs to die. So Hariyar, Hariyar. And in the same time, the mantra Hariyar, Hariyar, it means God can recreate constantly the reality of our world. And this is the power of creation. And it's constantly here. So it's self-nourishing, self-perpetuate. Hariyar, 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 Hariyar. The tongue has to move, and you hit the palate with the tip of the tongue. Hariyar, Hariyar. So your lower jaw is relaxed, is loose. You keep your mouth almost open, and it's the tongue that is activating the movement. And every hit the tongue of the hypothalamus, the top of your palate, will activate all your glandular system. And by the power of the Hariyar, Hariyar, when you are empty lungs, you're going to awaken this Kundalini fire in the navel. So here we go. Lock your elbows, lock the Shiva Mudra. This is the fire you want to activate. Kundalini fire, Kundalini Shiva. And here we go. Hariyar, 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 Hariyar. You push it, you push it, you push it. It is, I cannot explain you how to breathe because it's just in between Hariyar, a tiny little breath coming in, and that's all you need. You don't breathe in that. It's a very continuous, perpetual repetition of Hariyar, pushing, pushing, pushing the navel in, awakening this snake in your navel, and locking yourself in. Yeah, I guess you understand the practice. Is a big secret. This practice is extremely powerful. It's amazing pranayama. You will get so high and so constructive. This is the Ray 3 activation. You're going to be able to manifest any dream with patience and determination and commitment. So I wish you succeed and practice this another 7 minutes. Totally lock your elbows and squeeze yourself in. Lock your hands in the front of your navel and go for it. The third exercise, we're going to now, as we activate the third chakra and consciousness and this power to manifest our dream, we're going to connect with the dream. So we put our right palm over the left, and it's over the third chakra, and we bring it up and down, up and down. And it's a breath, sort of cannon breath, in and out. So the palm are reverse when you are at the level of the third eye, and the palm are inside facing the navel when they are down. And you move basically from your elbows. So it goes like, and it's like a pump, like a pump, like a pump. It's a pump with the arms and pumping your heart. It is going to circulate the blood all over through, and then the subtle energy will start move and bridge third chakra, third eye, third chakra, third eye, third chakra, third eye. I see the truth. I see the divine vision. I see the dream of the divine, the Shambhala vision for me, and how I can apply it within my life. So this is bridging these two consciousness. When you do that, after that meditation, you will stabilize yourself and totally empower yourself and know that happiness comes when you realize your dream. So any dream you abandon is a part of your soul that you neglect. So of course, it's not a dream to compensate the lack. I have no money, I want money. This is not a dream, you know. What I'm talking dream is to how can you manifest a world of value within yourself and in your environment in total harmony and resonance with the flow of the universe. So this is a different dream. So be careful of your vision and dream, and it's not a dreamy stage of a world that will never happen. Yeah. So when we've got these 3 exercises for 7 minutes each, you will be in another stage of expansion of awareness and clarity and focus. So then you want to direct yourself, and we do this Ma prayer is your hands, fingers together and palm together. You bring it to the third eye and keep your elbows up and the upper chest up. So it's really your foundation in this posture is the heart, but now we bring it this up to the universe. So it's like giving back to the universe all what he gave you, all the inspiration, the descending Kundalini, what we have captured as information. Now we give back. We give back our kindness, our empathy to the divine laws. We are full of gratitude, and we know that we know. That's the new consciousness. We don't need to search and find out. We already know, but you need to know that you know, so you relax. Most of people, again, they lack of knowing. They don't know where to go. They don't know what to choose. They don't know what to do. No, I know that I know. So you just solve this whole thing from day one. You go nowhere. You just stay with yourself and be ready. So you know that you know, and you've got all the guidance, inspiration. You are guided. So trust the guidance, trust that you are guided, and observe how you are guided. And this is the embodiment of a prayer, which is an attitude of certitude and gratitude that universe support you and bring you to your final destination. It will indicate the sign, it will indicate, it will bring you the people you need, it will bring you the opportunity, and you will never be left alone and lost, but you will be supported, and people will come to you, and you will go to people, and you will need each other, and you will resonate. So that's the attitude of prayer. I know I'm part of this humanity. This humanity need me, and I need to contribute, and I know I have my place, and this is given to me. So I wanted to use this other amazing mantra, which is, we use it in the yesterday class for the INS business, which is Ekonkar Sat Kartar. Sat Kartar means absolute, true, and right action. That's what we can learn through the Bhagavad Gita. Ekonkar, all is one. Oneness is a foundation for action. Sat Kartar, Gur Barakal means La Baraka is bringing me beyond time. Akal chakra is a Kala chakra is a time circle, and Akal is a beyond any sort of limitation, is the luck, is the blessing. So I am open to be blessed and to live a blessed life. And that's this mantra. So we can sing along. So I'm going to put it for a few minutes now. I hope it works. Maybe it works. Otherwise, you have to find out. Satkarta. Ek Onkar, Satkartar, Satkartar, Guru Barakal. Ek Onkar, Satkarta, Satkarta, Guru Barakal. Onkar, Satkarta, Satkarta, Guru Barakal. Ek Onkar, Satkarta, Satkarta, Guru Barakal. Onkar, Satkarta, Satkarta, Guru Barakal. Repeat, Ek Onkar, Satkartar, Satkartar, Guru Barakal. I am blessed, I am blessed, I am free, I am free. I can act from freedom, from timeless. Satkartar, Satkartar, Guru Barakal. All is one. I see the oneness in everyone. Guru Barakal. Onkar, Satkartar, Satkartar, Guru Barakal. Ek 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 Onkar, Satkartar, Satkartar, Guru Barakal. Guru Barakal. Ek Onkar, Satkarta, Satkarta, Guru Barakal. Ek Onkar, Satkarta, Satkarta, Guru Barakal. Ek Onkar, Satkarta, Satkarta, Guru Barakal. Satkarta, Satkarta, Guru Barakal. Ek Onkar, 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 Satkarta, Satkarta, Guru Barakal. Satkarta, Satkarta, Guru Barakal. Ek Onkar, 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 Satkarta, 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 Guru Baraka. Inhale deep. So we will do this 11 minutes. Breathe very slow, keep the focus, and just assess yourself. Keep the posture, keep your hands in prayer, and just assess yourself that I am blessed, I am free. I decide in my highest consciousness what's the best for me and for the planet, for the whole humanity. I'm serving my highest interest and I am supported. Therefore, I can support and inspire others. I'm self-worthy. I'm self-empowered. I create my reality. I'm fully responsible human. So this is your prayer. This is your affirmation. This is your assumption, and this is where we are going. Inhale deep and relax. So this is this 4 practice a very perfect combination to cross this months of February that's going to be probably scattered and unexpected events, and we're getting into the sort of chaos in one hand and rebuilding in another hand, and they are working together. So this 3D and 5D are constantly there, activated, and we need to travel and journey between these 2 dimensions, beyond time and within the time, bring our intuition, our capacity to create, to manifest the new, because it's going to come through us. So to finish this Karta time, I will just go through a few questions, but most of the questions they are answered through what I say. So there was a question about, this is Erika, that's a question about what is it, stillness or am I stuck? Yeah. How can you discriminate that you are really in meditation, still and peaceful, or are you totally locking yourself in and stuck? I guess the answer is by itself given to you, is the movement. When your consciousness is excited and curious, that you find a line to invest yourself, even though your actions are not producing immediately a result, but you start to put yourself in motion and changing your referential system and the way you correlate and you communicate with others, you already not stuck, but you're still. Because like the mountain, you don't move by reaction, but you process and transform within you a whole range of energy and choices that will change your frequency. So this is already moving. So I think there will be no confusion between stillness and being stuck. When you're stuck, you know nothing moves for you in your consciousness. When you're still, you just contemplate the movement. Another question was about, this is Vanessa, about children, what to do, what happened to our children in this crazy world. I think I said it, they are totally there for this world, and they will make the change. They will go the other side. They will laugh about this time we are crossing today, where we are not adapted to the change, and they will be part of the change world, because they are our future, and they will see this. So they are in the mood, they will be there. And what we cross now are key experience not to come back to. Yeah, they will know exactly where we are going and where we don't want to stay. So don't worry about them. They are, this is like clay. Children are very malleable, and they get an imprint, but they can transform it very quickly. They can also get stuck, but that it depends how you support them in their flexibility. There was another question about Yeah. So the consequence of honoring your true self might not be accepted by your environment immediate, like the family members. The problem is the new revelation, the new frequencies are touching people not in a very easy way or systematic way. That among families we can see people are touched and people are living in fear. So these have interaction that are emotionally difficult to manage. And of course, more you correlate to your core essence, easier you will find the way to apply empathy and I would say tolerance, to listen to people who are limited and believe in limitation and fears. And you don't have to fight for anything. You don't have to convince them. You don't have to, but you have to maintain yourself and make yourself respected in a way that my choice is my choice, is not against anybody, but it is for myself and I honor myself. So I ask you to respect that. So this is your position. We don't need to create conflict because those who cannot vibrate at that frequency will not hear anything. So it's no point. It's like speaking to a deaf person, he will not hear it. So don't fight, don't create conflict. You remember your position is I am not generating conflict. I'm here with kindness and listening, compassion and understanding. So if you understand what it takes for you to move forward, you cannot demand that from people who are not inspired. You just can bless them and accept maybe it's a pain for you to see that they cannot and they are limited. And that pain needs to be transcended as well. And it is the work we do. Compassion is not only love, it is also loving the other one who disagree with you and not fight with him, but give him a place to be with his own positionment. So we don't need to agree. I said it already, but now it becomes a practice. Now you're going to meet every corner people who disagree with you, and you don't need to convince them. You don't need to share your enthusiasm and joy because they will not share it. So if you know it and you see it by empathy, you will not show all that stuff. You will be discreet, but you will maintain your position. So this is the way I do. Everyone has to find his way, but it is tough. This is the part of this time that is difficult, but we cannot do differently. Somebody asked me, Indra says, should I, is it? Yeah, it's Indra. Should I buy a property, move to a community, a conscious living, or stay? Move, move. I think as soon as you move, not in reaction, but in procreation, like I said, you are on the right track. You will honor your destiny. You will find it. So don't stay stuck somewhere under philosophical theory, but just feel the move, feel the responsibility, and go toward your future. So last question was Kathleen about what exactly is to be new. I think I talked about that the whole lecture today. So you know where to start and how we're going to sustain that, helping each other. So I think we reached the end of the day. I'm going to close it now. I wish you enjoy the practice and you are consistent. So you're going to be this spreading the light and spreading the love, the understanding, the listening, the kindness in this world of confusion. Bless you all. Love you all. Take care. Satnam. So we're going to do 3 Satnam classic to close the space. Thank you for Dennis and the organization, for all the translator and Sirideva and everybody. So good night, good month, and see you next month. Inhale. Satnam. Satnam. 'Nam. 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 'Nam Satnam.
Satnam, thank you so much. Thanks a lot. And also was great class yesterday. Thanks a lot. Still impressed. Thanks a lot, Karta, one more time. Yeah. See you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Спасибо всем. Thanks for the translation, all translators. Thanks all who was supporting this class. Thanks a lot for all who was on this space. Все, заканчиваем тогда запись.